Paranjoy, you were telling me some perspective. Can you continue and tell me what really do you make of these initial trends and numbers?
You don't have a proper, you will not have a proper picture until several hours later. Now, typically, what happens in the early hours of counting? First, they count the postal ballots, and this was, if you will recall, the delegation from the opposition had visited the Nirvachan Sadan and told the the chief election commissioner Shri Rajiv Kumar that first the postal ballot should be counted in the first half hour, and then the EVM should be opened. It seems that is what has happened. But my personal, and I'm giving you my own personal instincts, I was expecting that the BJP, in terms of just leads, to do much better in the first few hours. Then the picture starts getting clear. By around 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, the situation becomes better. I mean, you have a better idea. But if it's a close contest, you never know. Now, what has surprised me, it has surprised me no end, is when I visited the site of the Election Commission of India. And I am, as we are talking, I hope you can see me. Can you see me, Kashif?
Yes. Of course, I can see you, sir.
Okay. I am right now at the website of the Election Commission of India. And they have given figures for 311 out of 543. Absolutely. And to my surprise, I find the lead of the Bharatiya Janata Party is 153. That is below the halfway mark. What is even more surprising to me is not that the Indian National Congress is leading in 61, but that the Samajwadi Party in Uttar Pradesh is leading in 32 Lok Sabha constituencies. This, to me, is a huge surprise. I could never ever have imagined. So that's the point I wanted to make in my initial comments. But you see, what has happened is to once again step back a little bit, and you can tell me when I can stop. As of now, and once again, I say very early days. It is what many of us were expecting. Some of us, our attention was diverted by the exit polls, which showed a huge and a sweeping majority for the BJP and the NDA. The initial results show that the contest is far closer than what was anticipated, say about 2 months ago or 2.5 months ago. Having said this, I also think, again, we'll have to say there have been a lot of complaints. On Monday afternoon at 12:30, the Election Commission of India had a press conference. There was so much screaming and shouting, why aren't you having a press conference? In the past, the Election Commission of India always has a press conference, and therefore, why isn't this particular Election Commission having a press conference? There were several controversies, several queries. Some of them were answered piecemeal, some of them were not answered piecemeal. And for instance, the first round of the elections, April 19th, why were the detailed data, the numbers, not the percentages, but the numbers, why did it take such a long time to come out? Why did it take more than 10 days? The second phase of the election, same story was happening. Then the Election Commission of India started releasing the data. Then gradually, there was a lot of pressure on the EC from the opposition saying, you must be fair, you must be fair. And gradually, the Election Commission had no choice but to listen to them. I mean, look, Ajay Makhan has said they're not letting our people, the assistant returning officer is not letting my agents be, his meaning Congress party agents in Delhi. I mean, this is in the national capital, mind you. Bhupesh Baghel gives a detailed, former Chief Minister of Chhattisgarh, gives a detailed kind of note with charts and all saying, the EVM numbers are not matching. The electronic voting machines that were given to him and what are finally being shown, these are not matching. And telling the Election Commission to do something about it. Earlier, we had the Election Commission taking action against the son of a BJP representative who very proudly was showing on video how he was pressing the same button 7, 8 times or something like that.
Yeah.
My last point, and I'm sure the others will be able to add to what I'm saying. To me, I wasn't present myself, but my fellow journalists who were present on the occasion tells me that Mr. Rajiv Kumar, the Chief Election Commissioner, took a few questions. And among one of the questions that was asked to him was by the website, the portal Scroll, where the person concerned asked him about the Model Code of Conduct. The surprise is the Indian National Congress, not so much the Indian National Congress, I beg your pardon. It is 70. The real surprise for me is 31 leads for the Samajwadi Party. Now, quickly, let's look at some things which should be obvious to everybody concerned. There are which are the 4 largest states in India in terms of Lok Sabha seats? Uttar Pradesh, 80, Maharashtra, 48, West Bengal, 42, Bihar, 40. If you give me a bit of time, I'll go one by one. UP is undoubtedly the biggest state in India. If it was an independent country, it would have been the 6th most populous country in the world. 1 out of 6 Indians live in Uttar Pradesh. Now, if Uttar Pradesh is seeing the kind of trend that we are seeing now, it is significant. Why? In 2014, the NDA, BJP plus Apna Dal, got 73 out of 80. In 2019, when the Bahujan Samaj Party and the Samajwadi Party were together, the BJP, the NDA's number came down. The BJP got 62. The NDA, that is the Apna Dal, got 2. So they got 64 out of 80. Remaining 16, 10 went to the Bahujan Samaj Party, and 5 went to the Samajwadi Party, and 1 to the Congress. Now, if this equation is going to change, it's very, very significant. But again, I'm being cautious. It's early days. We cannot, at this juncture, come to very definite conclusions. This is my personal view, that the voters who had earlier voted on the elephant symbol, who had pressed the elephant symbol, that is the Bahujan Samaj Party, they represent the Dalits. The Dalits are not one homogeneous community within the Dalits, as in Maharashtra also, we can talk about Maharashtra. The Jatavs, JATFs, they have been traditionally loyal to the Bahujan Samaj Party.